Today, I'd like to talk to you about why you're seeing more AI content on your social media platforms. But first, I want to talk to you a little bit about the sketchbook challenge. Now, I'm going to leave a timestamp to where I'm going to start talking about the AI art, but I'm going to just keep this a bit of a chill video, and I just like to talk to you about like certain things going on as well. So I was doing a sketchbook challenge and I was supposed to make a video every single day for 30 days. And the goal was for me to sketch every single day again. So I would take my sketchbook and I would film and I would talk to you. And I loved everything about that process, especially like being able to talk to you is super fun, and being able to sketch every day as well, of course. And the reason why I started this challenge is because it's been so long since I took out my sketchbook and I was just doing other tasks like admin and emails, and I was prioritizing those from the start of my days. And I wanted to like switch that around and not do that anymore, because it's not being an artist. Being an artist should be about making art, but of course there are other things that come with it too, especially nowadays and in this day and age. And also especially because I chose to be this type of artist, to be there and be present online. So I wanted to show up online as well and for the community, and started doing these videos also to get more like a deeper connection with the audience and with people who follow my art, and just be more authentic in general and show up this way as well. So for me, it was super important to make these videos, but I think halfway through I stopped making the videos or stopped uploading every single day, just because it was very heavy on my days. Like I edited the full day and then it was another day and I had to do this all over again. I was drawing, but I was then spending more time editing these videos. And that's also why I uploaded these raw type videos. Like I would just talk to the camera and I would not edit so much, and then I would upload them with with the video, with an overlay or b-roll. I don't know how you call it exactly, but showing my art process of the day. And I really loved that process. That was so much fun for me. But eventually, like, it's like the connection was there. Like I really loved everything, but I think it was when I got my period, it was like extra heavy, because I was like, I needed the rest, and uploading every single day was like very hard on me. And I also noticed that sometimes I didn't really know what to talk about, so I eventually decided that I wanted to make videos, and I now know how to edit them in the most productive way, or in a way that works really well for me. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to pause this challenge a little bit. I'm drawing every single day still. Like I definitely made it a habit to take out my sketchbook and prioritize my art before anything else. I also prioritize the connection, so I have replied to a lot of DMs. I hope like all of them, as for now. And I also had an amazing project that I was working on, that by the time that you're seeing this video, you probably know about. If you go on my Instagram, you will see that the project, or that the collaboration, is up. But yeah, there was just so much going on that editing for me took a huge part of my day, that I noticed like stressed me out. Yeah, and I want to take on this challenge of uploading videos, just differently. And I do think that the sketchbook challenge is doable, but like I had to, I would have to take out a month of my time just to do the sketchbook challenge, because I'm also making the videos. But the sketchbook challenge alone, like taking out your sketchbook and drawing every single day, it is doable because you don't need hours on end. Like I was sketching and I was creating art. I think it took me an hour of my day, and then the editing took the rest. So that was a little bit hard on me. And then I switched the editing around, and I decided not to cut too much out of my videos anymore. But like when I made a mistake or I had to cough or anything, I stopped the video and then made a new one. So I found a very effective way of editing my videos, and I'm very happy about that. Like I learned a lot of those 2 or 3 weeks of video making. I just also know that every single day is so stressful, and I don't want to put myself through that. But I do want to upload videos. Hence, I'm here when when I have something to talk about. So, as you know, this is going to be the AI part of the video, me talking about AI art and why you're seeing so much of it. Yeah, as you probably already can tell or know, I am kind of not that deep into AI art, but it concerns me, and I want to educate myself on it. And I also don't want to keep myself small as an artist, so I decided that I want to figure out how it all works and why we're seeing so much of it, because I do think it's important that we know why this is the case and stop blaming ourselves for it, because it's no one's fault. Especially like the artists creating art, they're doing amazing, and in this landscape it's so brave to keep going, and we need to keep going, because authenticity and human connection is something that we will crave so much. And I do believe that AI will find its purpose, and not just like for creating quote unquote art, but also like maybe in terms of, treatments, or in the healthcare, or I don't know, it will find its purpose. But I don't really think it will replace something that only humans can do, and that is like the soul that we have, and the way that we transfer things that are coming to us in a way that is unexplainable, or that no androids or robots can replace. And that is like art making, and I'm talking really globally. I'm also talking about like passing on a recipe, or making a recipe your own, but also like making songs, movies, paintings, like the general things that we understand about art. So I have some things that I wrote down. I have like a cheat sheet right in front of me. I'm going to be straight up honest, because there were some things that I'm like, okay, there has to be like a reason why we're seeing all these AI, all this AI content, because there's a lot of it. And I believe that is actually the reason why we're seeing so much of it, is because AI arts, right, can get generated like in a very fast pace, and we can just make so much of it. We can generate images in no time, like full on finished things, or finished images rather, and then upload those on social media one after the other. I mean, you can really go crazy on that, and just generate, and then post, and make a very popular account, probably, because the algorithm is not looking for AI art, in my opinion, or AI content necessarily. But the reason why you're able to generate so much of it at a very fast rate is probably the reason why the algorithm is preferring to push those accounts, because those accounts are just posting a lot more than a real artist. As you know, as everyone knows probably, art making takes time, and I try to finish a piece every single day, but it's just like maybe a small doodle is possible, or a small, I don't know, or a simplified comic maybe is possible to finish off in a day, but it takes so much brain power. I think only robots can maintain that. And even though I'm all for everyone does their own thing and everyone should just go about their own life, I do think that there's a dark side about posting art or images that you claim as art on these platforms, because you're actually taking away space from real artists. And that will concern anyone and everyone on this planet, probably at a certain time in the future. I don't know. The thing is, when we see or consume soulless content, I don't think it will benefit anyone. And I do think that's why YouTube is also becoming more and more popular as of lately, because you're actually still connecting with real people and you're still seeing real people, and they still get their screen time, or their audiences can obtain for just seeing real people. And the algorithm also works like that if you consume this type of content, you will see more of that content. And that's why this algorithm is probably way better than the algorithm on the short form content platforms like Instagram and TikTok. Because I'm not sure. I do think TikTok works that way as well, that you get to see like more content of the things that you consume. But Instagram is really pushing things that the platform thinks is popular, and that's just not always the type of content that you want to see. And eventually, I feel like, especially since scrolling in and of itself is already creating a type of numbness for us as people. Like when you scroll on TikTok or Instagram, you can go on for hours without really realizing that you've been there sitting for hours scrolling. And I do think that consuming soulless content will only make that feeling worse and will create some sort of flat line to the people who consume it on a daily. And that's not only for the AI images that you're seeing or the AI content, but I do think eventually, if you you need to have a healthy balance when it comes to AI content, because you need to understand that there's no soul and no authenticity and no depth that goes into that type of content. And it will only create more darker sides of humanity. And I mean, it will benefit like healthcare and things like that, but people will become more and more depressed probably when they consume this type of content. And they will especially like the disconnection from real people will definitely take a huge toll on us, and in the future probably, definitely, probably. I mean, that's my opinion. I think that consuming this type of content will definitely have an effect on us as human beings, because we're just not designed to, to flatline ourselves in a way. But that's what's going to happen if you consume so much content. And there's a lot of it. I mean, there's a lot of content in general on the internet nowadays. But I do think it's important to look out for authenticity, for connection, and still talk to real human beings. Go for real connection, real friendships, and try to avoid becoming so disconnected from yourself and from real people by consuming all that fake content. But I believe that why we're seeing all this content is just because there's just so much generated. It's still a new thing, it's fresh, it's new, and everyone's using it and everyone's having fun with it, but they don't understand how it affects people who are in the fields of the content that they create. And I mean, I've seen people making videos or making movies fully generated with AI, and you can tell the difference right now. But I mean, for how long will you still be able to tell the difference? And what will it do to us? So I do think, I mean, for me especially, I feel like it's super important to connect with you and to make these videos for you and to talk to you, to have like real conversations. And I feel like as a human being, I know that that is now important to do. But yeah, those are my 2 cents on AI. I mean, I'm not a fan of AI at all, but the main reason is just because I don't feel like AI is going to take away our jobs, but it is taking away the space that should be for people who actually create authentic things. But I do feel if AI will eventually do good for, like, in fields where it really matters, or to think about, like, to generate, I don't know, like, formulas that will eventually help us in a very good way. um, I do feel that it is a huge innovation to this world, but I also don't know if they're going to use it for like good causes, um, or if it's only going to like get worse, like it happened like in the past decade with a lot of things. I mean, we had Facebook, and it was all fun and games until they started to monetize the entire platform or advertise it, so like run advertisement so much. Um, and then eventually all of the data got stolen, and I feel like, I mean, eventually, like, they're really using human beings, I guess. And we should not let ourselves be used or feed into whatever is happening right now. I feel like right now more than ever, and I think more people will realize this eventually, but hopefully not whenever it's too late, that we do need to invest in authenticity and in connection and in realness, in like soul connections, and just be there for one another, like in real life, or even talking like behind a computer is fine too. But talk to a human, talk to your friends, and yeah, don't don't close yourself off from the real world just to hide in a fake one, because that's just not going to make anyone happy, and that's going to, I don't know, it sure will affect humanity in that way. So we need to really take care of what we consume, how much we consume, and that we just tap into that authenticity and that real connection and keep doing so. Because in my opinion, I think that is super important and will be super important in the future as well. Before we close off, I really want to thank my amazing patrons. They are the human force behind my art and behind these videos. They support me so much, and I appreciate that a lot. I feel very loved and cared for. They're amazing. So thank you so much. If you want to join my Patreon, I'll leave all the links in the description box below. I also have like a sketchbook challenge, a 7-day sketchbook challenge, which is totally maintainable. I'll also leave that in the description. So yeah, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being here and for watching my video. Let me know what you think of AI and the AI arts that you're seeing or maybe also consuming without really knowing. Can you still tell? Like, how are you experiencing it? Is basically what I want to ask. I really want to hear your opinions about that. So yeah, let me know in the comments. I'll check back in with you whenever I have something new to talk about. But yeah, I want to keep this a consistent habit of uploading videos on YouTube because I really love talking to you, and I really love to just be here and yeah, chat, draw, and have a cozy little corner on the internet. It's really enjoyable, and I for one enjoy it a lot, and I hope you do too. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.